Spring season is around the corner, and with that comes a brand new season of anime. The winter season this year was a bit of a rough time due to a lot of series being pushed back in hiatuses. However, Trigun Stampede, Vinland Saga, Danmachi, and Bungo Stray Dogs managed to hold the lineup together and overall kick this year off with a good time. Looking ahead, we have quite the exciting lineup for spring with new debuts and plenty of returning favorites for the community. As always, it's my job to steer you in the direction of recommendations, and so once again, let us begin with discussing what I believe you should be watching for spring of anime 2023. Disclaimer, this list tends to grow as the season goes on, so make sure to follow me on Twitter with the link in the description below to keep up with any more recommendations that I find to share. Now, to kick things off, we first have Demon Slayer Season 3, The Swordsmith Village Arc. After Season 2's climatic showdown in the Red Light District, Tanjiro and crew are back once more, with this time the Mist and Love Hashira joining the fray. In case you've been out of the loop, the current debut of Season 3 alongside the last two episodes of Season 2 are currently in theaters, so if you don't feel like waiting, make sure to buy a ticket while it's still in town. This is definitely going to be the no-brainer watch, as we all know just how much of a hold Demon Slayer has on the world, and once again we will be seated to see if Studio Ufotable will deliver once again. Episode 1 begins on April 9th. Coming up next, we have Dr. Stone Season 3. As a fan of the series and one who has read the manga, this is without a doubt going to be one of, and if not the best season for Dr. Stone. There is a lot of action, a lot of stakes, big payoff, and a huge ton of events this upcoming season. In order to prepare for this season, please make sure to go back and watch the special that is a precursor to Season 3 that introduces the man who desires it all. Definitely a season worth getting excited for, and will also begin in April. For our romance fans, we first up have Tonikawa Over the Moon for You Season 2. Regardless of me not starting Season 1 yet, there is no doubt that this series left a great impression on romance fans, and Season 2 will be returning very soon. With an absolutely banger opening as well, I will be trying to catch up to see if the streak will continue. With pulling back the returning fans as well, Tonikawa will be airing this April. For my isekai folks, this season will be the debut of I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World and became unrivaled in the real world too. Quite the mouthful of a title, I know, but quality wise this is looking really great and hopefully will live up to the strong promotional videos being put out. The synopsis details a young boy who has the ability to not only flourish in the new world he is isekai to, but is also able to bring these abilities back to the real world to improve his life there as well. 50% isekai and 50% reverse isekai, but 100% something you'll need to keep your eyes on this season. Cheat Skill premieres on April 7th. Moving along to our fantasy category, at long last we have the Ancient Magis Bride Season 2. Years later, after the success of Season 1, Shisei and Elias are back with the continuation of the story. This next season will of course be for the returning fans mainly, but nevertheless it's also a great sign for you to start the binge if you have not already. Magis Bride Season 2 premieres on April 6th. Following up from Studio A1 Pictures comes the debut of Mashle. Mashle is one of the more newer mangas in Shonen Jump that I also mentioned in my video talking about new gen anime. It's got comedy, it's got magic, and most of all, it's got the muscles. This is an anime that is going to be very hit or miss for people, but is definitely worth checking out to see which side you'll be on. Mashle will also be airing this April. Now, as for the first anime that I am deeming the must-watch of the spring season comes Oshinoko. An idol anime with this level of quality does not come around often, and with a banger theme by Yoasobi, this is definitely going to be a good one. From my understanding, this series has a dark twist within it and could end up being the dark horse of the season. I highly recommend everyone to watch this anime and to not let the idol narrative turn you away. On top of this, episode 1 will be an hour-and-a-half long premiere showing that Studio Doga Kobo are going all out for the idol Ai Hoshino. Oshinoko will also be premiering this April. Now, what would be an anime season without Studio Mappa making their appearance? Hell's Paradise, commonly known as Jigoku Raku, will be the upcoming shonen anime by Mappa telling the story of Gabimaru and former death row convicts fighting for their own reasons. From my knowledge, this series is written by a former assistant of Tatsuki Fujimoto by the name of Yuji Kaku and overall has a great reception. The question of whether or not the anime will live up to the hype is up in the air, but with Mappa being on a streak of delivering recently, Hell's Paradise will undoubtedly be a series to keep your eyes on this upcoming season. Jigo will be airing April 1st, kicking off this new season of anime. Now, how about we turn back the clock with Ranking of Kings coming back with a new special episode of content called The Treasure Chest of Courage. Ranking of Kings was one of the anime that defined anime 2021 and 2022 and will without a doubt find a way to make an impact this upcoming spring. Best Boy Boji is back on a brand new adventure and will certainly bring back the fans of Season 1. The Treasure Chest of Courage will be airing this April. Circling back around for my romance comedy fans, we have Loving Yamada at level 999. This is pretty much going to be the rom-com for gamers and especially Valorant players. Coming off the momentum of something like Dress Up Darling, we are once again back with teens doing what they love, with romance making its way into the equation. Studio Madhouse will be helming this adaptation, and alongside Tonikawa, this is going to be another anime that you are going to want to keep your eyes on. Loving Yamada will be premiering on April 2nd just after Hell's Paradise. For my fans of the the sci-fi and shonen genre, Eden Zero is back with its second season from JC Staff. As much gripes as I have with Fairy Tail, Eden Zero had a strong first season, establishing itself as a series that is going to be a bit more darker than what may have been expected. Season 2 will be continuing the story of Shiki and crew as they pick right off of the looming encounter from the end of Season 1. Of course, this is also a great sign to start Season 1 if you have not already, and will also be gathering the returning fans as well. Eden Zero Season 2 will be airing April 2nd alongside Loving Yamada. Continuing the streak of returning seasons, we have Gundam Witch from Mercury Season 2. The finale of Season 1 left everyone in quite a shock, with Suletta becoming deranged in her ideal of moving forward and the power struggle with the Gundams entering a new stage. If there is one thing that we all know, it's that tragedy always follows with a Gundam series, and I have no doubt that the second season will continue the sadness that comes with being a pilot. Witch from Mercury airs April 9th with another 12 episodes. Now how about we give something for the gritty drama fans with My Home Hero? It's been a while since we have had a drama, since things like 91 Days and Banana Fish being two animes that we all know very well. Home Hero seeks to tell the story of a salaryman who decides to get his hands dirty once realizing his daughter was beaten one day and slowly diving into a situation bigger than he may realize. Home Hero will be airing this April and will be animated by Tezuka Productions. For my slice of life fans, we are once again back with another wholesome romance comedy which is quite popular as well with Skip to Loafer. Studio PA Works will be behind this project. The synopsis details a young countryside girl named Iwakura Mitsumi entering the top tier Tokyo high school and her high school life being filled with the daily growth of social cues and understanding various personalities, with romance slowly entering in the fray. I have heard great things about this series from friends, and I think that this is going to be another anime you definitely are going to want to pay attention to this upcoming season. If there's one thing Slice of Life fans don't do, is lose, and Skip to Loafer is looking to deliver. Skip will be airing on April 4th. Now, for the last two series on the watch list, we first up have The Marginal Service. While there is still no synopsis available at this time, this looks to be a story involving a ragtag team with utmost action and shenanigans in mind. The main pull-in for this anime is within the all-star voice actor lineup for these characters. Toki Uchiyama, who is Ikuya in Free, Hiro Shimono as Dabi from My Hero Academia, Tomokazu Sugita as Gintoki in Gintama, and Yuichi Nakamura as Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen are just a few names who will be voicing characters in this anime. If anybody remembers the Great Pretender anime, this does give me the same energy and hopefully will deliver. The Marginal Service will be airing on April 12th. Last but not least, we have the second main anime this season that I believe is an absolute must-watch with Heavenly Delusion. Last year, we had animes from Licorice Recoil, Summertime Rendering, and Call of the Night being the absolute standout animes that left a huge mark on the anime community. Just from the trailer alone, I believe that this is definitely going to be that anime this spring season. The synopsis depicts a post-apocalyptic Japan that raises children inside of walls. Two children named Maru and Kiriko are on a journey to find a better paradise through the hellscape of current-day Japan while encountering the many dangers and unknown before them. This anime will be done by Production IG and is without a doubt something you cannot miss this upcoming spring season. I heavily advise putting this anime on your list, as episode 1 will be airing on April 1st alongside Hell's Paradise. With that completes my list for what I believe you should be watching for this upcoming spring anime season. Overall, a good inclusion of returning anime with a lot of potentially strong debuts, and has me very excited for the future conversations to come. As always, I will be monitoring the season to jump on any other anime that catches my attention, so make sure to hit that subscribe button for more updates throughout the season. That's pretty much it from me though. As always, thank you for watching, and make sure to let me know in the comments section down below what you plan to watch for Spring of Anime 2023. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you guys in the spring season.